you two. How are you? It's so good to see you again. I am so glad that you were able to make it to have lunch with us.
Of course! We wouldn't miss this for anything. We used to go out so often together. It's a real shame that we don't see more of each other anymore.
Ben has been a real handful, if I'm going to be honest. Not in a bad way or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I love the little rascal. But at his age, we need to be around all the time and really show him a lot of attention. And where is he right now? I thought you might have been bringing him along with you. I want to see how big my little nephew has grown up to be. How old is he getting at this point, then? Was it 5 years old now? He's 6, actually, but he will be turning 7 later this year. He is at a friend's house playing right now. I'm sure that he is very happy that we have plans to see you guys and that he was able to use that to go and see a friend for almost a whole day. Aw, that's so nice. I hope he's going to be good for his friend's parents' sake. If he is a rascal on his own, then it might be even harder to take care of 2 little rascals at the same time.
Actually, I swear they behave much better when they have someone else with them that is their own age. We of course take turns, and sometimes his friends come over to spend the day with us. It is always easier on those days, because as long as you keep them fed and make sure that they are somewhat within sight, they pretty much just look after themselves.
Oh, really? You don't say. I thought for sure that it would be the other way around. But how have you two been apart from little Ben? Anything new? James, how is work? Oh, you know, same old, same old. Nothing too much has been changing that I can think of. The team did get downsized a little bit recently because of the recent economic downturn, which is not good for anyone. The work hasn't really decreased and demand is as high as ever for the work that we do. But management took the decision to cut costs and downsize the team. That's a real shame. They should really look after their employees when the economy is in bad shape and not just try to turn a quick profit by reducing costs. And it will end up hurting them in the end too, won't it? I mean, if you software engineers who are left are going to end up overworked, then the quality of work might drop or you will just get less of it done. If that runs over to the clients and they start complaining, well, they might not really come back or stick around for those kinds of services, right? Yeah, it is a little bit of a worry. At the moment, things seem to be kind of stable, but the possibility of burnout is definitely real. Sometimes you don't even notice it sneaking up on you and then it hits. I think that Diane might know more about that than me, though. Really? Is everything okay with you at work, Diane? Has it been really busy or something?
I don't know if I would say that. It hasn't changed too much, I don't think. I still have time to spend at home when I get home at the right time most of the time.
Oh, come on. You have been getting sent around for last-minute business trips all the time. She is just trying to be modest. She got a new position where she has to go on trips up to different branches of the bank. Sometimes it's just one-night trips upstate. Sometimes it's a little longer. Oh, congratulations, Diane. It's always good to hear about someone moving up and getting a promotion.
I'm not sure if I would call it a promotion, really. It's a different position, but the pay hasn't changed yet. They say that they will update the compensation once it is clear that I am performing the job properly or something like that. But who knows when that might be. I mean, I'm doing the job, right? So that means I should get paid the money that is right for that position. I have never understood it when companies expect you to grow into a role or whatever it is that they call it.
That's really unfair of them. People should always be paid according to the work that they do and the hours that they work. But I suppose that's the world of business. One of my friends recently went through something similar, she told me. But she just quit on them suddenly when she had been doing the new role for something like 3 months without them increasing her pay. It really messed with them when she didn't just come in one day. Well, good for her. Sometimes these company executives need to feel it in their pockets as well when they start messing with the workers. They forget who are the ones who are actually getting all of the work done. Exactly. I was very proud of her, so to speak, for standing up for herself and her rights as an employee to a fair deal. But actually, what you mentioned about your trips, Diane, Sam has been going through something quite similar, actually.
Oh, really? Have you been getting sent on short trips as well?
Oh, I suppose that you could call them short trips, but they're not as short as yours sound like they are. I used to only get sent on quite long ones. For example, it would be something like 5 or 6 or 7 days, but only once a month. But now there are more 2- and 3-day trips, and they only tell me quite late. Once it was the night before they wanted me on the plane. Really? That's quite the pain in the ass, isn't it? They should at least have to give you a bit more notice. Yeah, it would be nice if they did do that, but sometimes it at least breaks up the schedule a little bit for me. Makes it a little more exciting in a way. I think that they only find out themselves quite last minute. I can only speculate, but I think that there are probably some branches of the office that have also gone through downsizing, like you said, James. And now that is coming through in terms of lowered organization and communication. I see. It seems like every business is doing more or less the same at the moment then. How about you, Julie? Has anything like that happened at your work?
Well, not really. You know that I am a teacher, so they can't just really downsize the number of staff that we have, or there would not be enough of us to teach the classes. But we never have enough funds for supplies. I still have to use my own money sometimes to buy things for the classroom. At least Sam makes pretty good money. Otherwise, I would struggle to do that and pay for myself on my salary. That's a real shame. Don't the politicians realize how important it is for us to invest in the future of this country by making sure that the children get the best education that they could possibly get?
They probably realize, but don't actually care about it. There is a reason that they all send their kids to private schools and not the public ones. They have the money to give their children the best, and then they don't really care about the average person and their families. It's the same story in every country in the world. There's no such thing as a good politician. And if there is, they wouldn't be too good at their jobs. What do you mean by that? Oh, you know, if all of the normal politicians are corrupt liars, then what chance does an honest person who actually wants to make a real difference actually have? They will always be at a disadvantage unless they also engage in the same shady practices, but then if they do, they're not much better than the rest of them, are they?
Oh, let's not talk too much about politics, please. I didn't mean to get us started on this by saying that stuff about my work.
Sorry. I know that you don't really like to talk about it. Hey, honey. I am getting sent away again for a little while. I just got told again. Late notice, just the same as usual.
Oh, really? How long are you going for this time?
It's going to be one of the more usual long trips this time around. So from Saturday tomorrow until the following Saturday. A whole week. But I think my flight is going to land on Saturday morning, so I will be able to have that day off and then a more or less normal weekend.
Okay, I understand. I don't even get surprised by these announcements anymore. They have really increased these past months.
I know. It's a little annoying, but keeps things interesting. But I have been thinking about trying to ask them to put me into some sort of position that doesn't require me to go away so often. It would be good if I could get one that doesn't require me to go away at all, but I don't know how realistic that will be.
Really? That's a possibility then. Have you mentioned it to any of your bosses yet?
Not at the moment. It's a busy period and I don't want them to think that I am trying to get out of doing the work or anything like that. But I do have a kind of plan that will make them give me what I want. Not really, but kind of at the same time.
What the hell are you talking about? You don't make any sense at all.
Well, we had spoken about maybe starting a family, right?
Yeah, we did. And that has something to do with it?
It sure does. I think it might be time soon to have a kid of our own, don't you think? But I want to be there to help you when that happens, and I don't want to have to be flying here and there last minute all the time. I think that my work will be more willing to move me into a more stable position if I have a baby on the way, you know?
Oh my god! That would be so good. Well, let's think about it a little more and then see what happens. We should make sure that our finances are in order and everything is good to go. I can also talk to Diane about anything that she can tell us. I always hear that it doesn't matter how much you prepare for a baby, there is always something that you wish you knew before. I am sure that she would be able to share that sort of thing with me. I am actually going to be catching up with her this Saturday, just the two of us.
Oh, really? This Saturday? Why are you doing that?
What do you mean? Why shouldn't I do that?
I don't mean that you shouldn't do that. I just thought that James would come with you, no?
Oh, we need a little bit of girl time away from you men, you know? I'm just kidding. It seems like this week is their turn to look after Ben and a friend, so James has been put on that duty.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, we might be doing something similar before long. Anyway, let's have something to eat and then I am going to go to bed. I want to have an early night so that I can get up on time tomorrow.
Is it an early flight?
It's at 11 in the morning, but I have to pack a little bit and then head to the airport. I don't want to rush for it.
Hey! It's nice to see you again so soon after we caught up last time. Sorry, but no Ben again this time. James is looking after him and his friend Peter.
Oh yeah, I heard about that from James. I knew that it would be just the two of us.
So there's no Sam coming either? James told me that he might be coming.
Oh no, he left for a business trip this morning. But I think it's nice that we can spend a little bit of time together without them.
Is married life getting to you then? That's the first sign, you know. I know that I feel it sometimes.
No, it's nothing like that at all. But I don't know. I think that it's good for each person in the relationship to have their own life and not always do everything together. Does that make any sense?
Of course it does. Don't worry, I was only teasing you a little bit. Sam is a great guy, and I am sure that you don't get sick of him.
And I would say the same thing about my brother. You have a kid together, though, so I can see why you might like to run away every now and then.
Oh, you really have no idea. Everyone knows that motherhood is tough, but it can really be something. At least now he goes to school, so we don't have to worry about getting a babysitter or anything like that. Since both of us work, there can be a bit of juggling going on.
I can imagine that. I wonder if either Sam or I should stop work when we have a baby, or do the same thing that you did.
Oh, are you two planning on having a baby? Or maybe... Is there something that you have been keeping from me?
No, I am not pregnant. But we do want to start a family at some point. The problem was always that Sam's job sends him around the country all the time, and now it has been worse than ever before. But he did mention that he could try and get another position that doesn't require him to fly around as often.
Oh, that's nice that he might have that option. I was wondering if you two would ever decide to start a family. You know, I mean, because we're around the same age.
Yeah, it is more or less time for us, I think. But what about you and James?
What about us? We have little Ben, you know.
Of course I know that. But are there any plans for more children on the horizon at all? The longer you put it off, the more of an age gap there will be between the children.
Oh, God, no. I don't think I could handle another child at all. James does bring it up sometimes, but never directly. He says it as though he is joking, but I think he hopes that I will say something to confirm.
Yeah, I do know that James loves kids, and he always said that he wanted to have at least 2. But it's a no from you?
I really think that it is. Sorry. He can want what he wants, but it takes 2 to tango, so to speak. I just don't know if I can deal with it in all honesty. And I don't want to be having another child if I am not fully on board. It's not good to do that for someone else.
I totally agree. The one who would suffer the most from that in the end would be the child. What is it that tires you out so much? I have to assume that James has really helped out a lot. I know the kind of person that he is.
It's really hard to put it into words, you know. It's not really one specific thing. It's more of a general feeling. It's as though I am always switched on, if you know what I mean. As though I am standing in front of a big group of people about to give a speech or something and everyone is watching me. Sorry, that probably sounds sort of crazy, but I don't know how else to put it, to be honest.
That's okay. I know that everyone's experience is very different, and I can sort of understand what you were getting at as well. I did want to say, though, that I wanted to pick your brain a little bit at some point regarding some sort of must-know things that you wish you knew about earlier when you had Ben. I know that it's different for everyone, but I would like to avoid as many surprises as possible when I have a baby.
I would be happy to help you with that. But do you mind if we don't do that right now? I get sort of tired talking about kids and babies all the time. Once you become a mom, people are always talking to you about it.
Of course. I didn't mean right now. We can talk about something different. Hey, you're home. I have some horrible news. I'm so upset I can't even begin to believe what has been going on.
Hold on, calm down. What has happened? What's the matter?
It's James and Diane. It's just so upsetting. I thought that I knew her so well, and then she did this to him? It's just so bad, I don't even know what to say. Poor James. I know that he must be absolutely devastated right now.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Did something happen between them? What are you saying that Diane did? You're not making any sense right now.
She was cheating on him, Sam. Can you believe it? They have been together for almost 10 whole years. They have a son together.
Wait, really? She was really doing that? Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure. James told me earlier today that he found out about it. But I know that it is hard to even imagine, right? I also thought that he must have made some sort of mistake. Maybe he had taken something the wrong way, or I don't know.
But how did he find out? Or how does he know for sure that she really was cheating on him? It's really something that is very hard to believe. I don't think that I have ever met anyone who seemed more happily married than they did. Except for us, of course.
Well, he said that there had been a lot of signs over the past few months or so. She was getting more distant and seemed to always have her mind somewhere else. You know, that sort of thing.
Okay, but that doesn't really mean anything. She could have been acting like that for any number of reasons. Why would he jump to that conclusion straight away?
Just hold on and let me finish what I am saying. That was how it started. That's all. Anyway, remember when we met up a while ago when we were talking about work and stuff? When we hadn't seen each other for quite some time?
Yeah, I remember that. We all went out for lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she said that she had been given a different position at the bank and that she had started getting sent around the state to visit different branches or whatever, going on small trips. It turns out that those were all a lie. She made that all up because she was using that time to meet up with some other man. She lied to his face and then betrayed him behind his back. It's just so terrible.
I still don't get it, though. How did he realize that those trips were a lie and that it wasn't for work? And then how did that lead to him finding out?
So it's something really stupid in a way. They went out somewhere one time and they ran into one of her colleagues from the bank. And then something that the colleague said just didn't make sense based on what Diane had been telling him that she had been doing at work. That really spiked his suspicions, and then he just decided to confront her one night. And when he did, she didn't even bother to try to hide it anymore and just admitted what she had been doing. He doesn't know exactly how long it was going on for, but it's just crazy for me to think that the only reason that he really found out was because they just happened to run into someone. It was just such a coincidence. But if it didn't happen, then he might have not found out for a very long time. Or maybe ever at all. You know how much he loves her. He never really believed that she would do something like that, and he trusted her a lot as well. But in the end, she admitted it, so there's nothing else to say about the matter.
Wow. That really is insane. I can't believe that it just came out like that, for such weird reasons. And does he know who she was cheating with? Like, was it a coworker or something like that? Maybe a friend who she says to never worry about, or one of those kind of cliche things.
That's something that he doesn't know. He asked her if it was someone that he knew, but she didn't say anything. I don't know if that means yes or no, but it's horrible either way.
Yeah, I can't even begin to imagine how he must be feeling. I wonder if it's maybe better that he doesn't even find out. I don't know. Maybe knowing everything is better and can help him get over it, but it might also have the opposite effect as well.
Who knows? I really don't. All I know is that my brother is in complete shambles. And now I am worried about Ben as well. He's still young. He might not understand the reasons that his parents are fighting. But he is old enough to know that they are.
And where is he staying right now? Is Ben with James or with Diane? What's going on there?
They took Ben to my parents' house so that they could look after him for the time being. I think he will be there for a day or two, and then I am not sure.
Should we look after him for a bit as well? I don't know if they need our help, but we could do that, right?
Would that be okay? I wanted to offer, but I wasn't sure what you would say about it.
Of course that's fine. This is a terrible thing to be happening, but we have to make sure that Ben is being looked after. This might sound kind of rough, but James is an adult. It's hard for him right now, but he can still look after himself. But that's not the same for Ben.
You're completely right. I knew that I married the right person when I chose you. I still don't know if James really does need us to do anything for him at the moment, but I will tell him that we're here for him and will look after Ben if that's needed for any reason. I'm sorry, Sam. I know that this is my family's problem, but you're being so understanding about it.
Hey, it's okay. It concerns me as well. He's my brother-in-law, after all. I consider him family, too. I don't know if you have heard anything yet, and maybe it hasn't been decided yet either, but what's going on between Diane and James at the moment? I was trying not to ask around too much because I know that it was still fresh and very painful for both you and him, but I am curious.
Well, they are being surprisingly civil about it. I don't know how James isn't just screaming at her every chance that he gets. They're talking about divorce and who will get custody of Ben or what shared custody might look like for them. They are apparently trying to sort this out between themselves as much as possible before they go to the lawyer so that the divorce process itself can be as smooth and painless for Ben as possible.
Hold on. They are really going to get a divorce? Why would they do that?
What do you mean, why would they do that? Is that a serious question? She cheated on him! She's been having an affair for months! Did you forget that somehow?
No, of course I didn't forget that. But does that mean that they really have to break up over it? I understand that she did the wrong thing and that he is very hurt by it. Don't get me wrong there. But that doesn't always mean that the marriage has to collapse, does it? I thought there were a lot of people who stay together even if something like this comes between them.
Maybe that works for some people, but it would never work for him. She broke his heart and destroyed the trust between them forever. I think he is doing the right thing.
So he is the one who is pushing for the divorce then? I mean, I know that it might be hard to forgive her right now, but they have been together for a long time. Almost a third of their lives or something like that has been spent together. And doesn't everyone cheat? Isn't that sort of what happens most of the time?
What are you even saying? What do you mean everyone cheats? Who told you something like that? Where did you hear that from?
I don't know. It's just something that you hear about, isn't it? Statistics and stuff comes out about it, and then it turns out that a very large majority of people are cheating on their partners.
I don't know anything about that. Does that mean that you have been cheating on me if everyone cheats? Is that what you mean? Or that you would just ignore it and not care if I did that to you? I just don't even get what you're saying.
Of course I have never done that and would never do that to you. You know that. I am talking about other people here, not us. And what I was really getting at is that they have a child together. Isn't it better to stay together for Ben so that he has both his parents together?
I don't think that would be good for him at all. James would never forgive Diane for what she did, and that means that even if they did stay together, there would be deep resentment between them. Even if they did somehow manage to act happy together, I am sure that Ben would be able to notice the negative feelings between the two of them, and it wouldn't be good for him.
But wouldn't it still be better to have both parents together instead of being raised by only one of them, even if there was some awkwardness? If he was a little older, I would understand that splitting is better, but he is still only 6. And you did say that they were being civil.
No, it is much better for them to split. I am very sure about that. Being civil during this sort of time is very different to staying together and pretending that nothing happened. And they will most likely split custody anyway, depending on what they decide. So Ben will still be around both of them. He will have both parents growing up, even if they are apart.
I suppose that you're right. Maybe that would be the best thing for them to do.
It certainly is. And think about it from their perspectives as well. They can at least move on with their lives and meet new people and all the rest of it instead of living fake lives and playing house.
That's true. I didn't really even think about it like that. I was only thinking of what it would do to Ben and his upbringing.
You seem pretty interested in what's going on with them.
Of course I am. Why are you saying that as though it's strange? He's my brother-in-law. We all got along really well together, and this has directly affected a lot of relationships. Do you want me to just not care about it at all?
No, sorry, that's not what I meant. I don't know what's with me recently. I think I'm just very stressed for James right now. I know that it didn't happen to me, but it feels like Diane also betrayed me, you know? I don't know quite how to explain it.
It's okay. I understand that it is an emotional time for you right now. Remember that I am always here for you.
I know you are. Thank you, Sam. Hi, Mom. It's so good to see you. Thanks for inviting us over. It looks like everyone is here.
Hi, sweetie. Hi, Sam. You two look fantastic. I am glad that you were able to be here. Julie has been telling me that you often get called away at a moment's notice, and I thought that you might not be able to make it.
Oh, it was good timing this time around, Tracy. The last-minute trips haven't been happening for the last few months. I'm also glad that I was able to come by. I hope that we might be having some of your famous apple pie later for dessert.
Oh, you will have to wait and see until after dinner. I do have something lovely prepared, but I am not going to tell you what it is.
Oh, Mom. You always do this when it's apple pie. I already know what it's going to be.
Hey there, you two. Good to see you. Come on in. Tracy, why do you have them waiting around on the porch? Come on in, come on in. I think we have a little bit of time before dinner is ready, so we can chat a little. Sam, do you want to have a beer with me? Thanks, George, but I was the one who drove today, so I will have to give it a miss. Oh, I'm sure that Julie won't mind driving back home, will she? Unless she is planning on drinking.
Oh no, I am not going to drink tonight. Go ahead, Sam. Have a beer or two. I can drive us back.
Nice. Thanks, honey. Cheers, George.
I have heard that you two might finally be giving us some grandchildren. Is that right, or am I just hearing things that I want to hear these days?
Oh, we are thinking about it, that's true. But we're not really there yet.
Why not? What's holding you back on starting a family?
Well, we were always going to wait until Sam wasn't getting sent around for work so often to make sure that he would be around for the baby. And he was even saying something about maybe getting a different position in the company so that he wouldn't have to go at all if possible. Isn't that right, Sam?
That's right. Unfortunately, I haven't really had a chance to speak to my boss about that just yet. As far as I understand, though, there won't be any new positions opening up like that. It would probably have to be the case that I switch roles with somebody else, and I don't know how I might go about convincing someone else to do that for me.
Is there no other way that it could happen? Couldn't they hire someone else to do what you do now?
They definitely could, but then I would be out of a job, Tracy. And that would be the worst scenario for us.
Oh, silly me. I didn't even think about what I was saying, of course.
But there might be another way. All of the business trips are being handled by just a few people who are trained and experienced in what we have to do. It could be possible to push for more people to be trained in that sort of thing, and then we might be able to split the number of trips among more people, and then the load would be less. It wouldn't be zero, but it's better than nothing.
I think I would be able to manage on my own just fine if it wasn't all the time. And I have Mom and Dad here who would help me as well.
Yeah, but I don't know how long it might take for this sort of plan to be put into action. These sorts of changes can take a long time. First, I would have to convince the department head to go through with it. Then we would need to get some volunteers who were willing to do the training. Then we couldn't send them out on their own for the first couple of times and would have to accompany them. And that would strain the team even more. It would only be after all of that that it would actually effectively reduce the load of trips that we have to be sent on. Well, by the sounds of it, you had better start pushing the idea now if you want to have a baby in the next few years. I know, it will take a while. I want to broach the topic soon, but I want to make sure that I bring a convincing proposal to my boss the first time around. If I rush into it and it gets shot down, then there might not be another chance again.
Don't rush into it then, but try not to take too long either.
I won't. Take too long, I mean.
Hang on, but didn't you say that you haven't really had many trips these past few months? Doesn't that mean that there could be less of them on the horizon?
Actually, now that Mom mentions it, yeah. How come they have stopped being so frequent? Is it getting less busy or something? Is it going into the quiet season? I didn't think about it, but you have only been going on the longer ones like you always used to. There haven't been any of those last-minute ones that you were getting called off on for a while.
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think it could be just some random lull in what we need to do. Like I said before, the short ones were always because of staffing issues caused by layoffs. Or at least that was my speculation. Maybe the other branches have started getting that under control and we're not needed as much. I really don't know. But it could start back up at any time.
I see. Well then try and go with the other plan that you just mentioned. I think that sounds reasonable and the most sustainable in the long term.
And it wouldn't be bad to be quick about it either. Both Tracy and I would love to have another grandchild running around apart from little Ben. Though he isn't that little anymore. It won't be long before we won't be able to even call him that any longer.
Actually, speaking of which, where are James and Ben? Is it really just going to be the four of us? You always used to invite us all around together.
Yes, I know. But this time you made an exception considering what had happened. I know that it might be a little on the mean side towards poor James, but we also thought that it might be better for him.
What do you mean? He is hurting right now, and shouldn't we be trying to include him as much as possible and not the other way around?
We're not trying to exclude him or anything, but we wanted to ask you about grandchildren and stuff, and we thought it might be sad for him to hear it.
On account of his marriage falling apart while you two are still happily together and thinking about starting a family.
I can see where you're coming from, but I am not sure that this was the right way to go about it. James wouldn't be bitter about this after what happened. That was all Diane's doing and has nothing to do with us.
I know, but don't worry. We will have him over as well another time. We're not going to forget about him. He's our son. But it is so sad to not be able to invite him and Diane along with you two. They were always here with you as well. It was always so heartwarming to see both of my children here together and married to wonderful people.
Yeah, well, Diane turned out to be not so wonderful in the end, and she doesn't deserve to be here. If I had it my way, I would have told everyone I could what had happened and made it so that no one would want to even talk to her anymore. But James told me to not interfere with her life. He's far more mature and forgiving than she deserves.
I think you're being really harsh here, Julie. I know that what she did was wrong, but it doesn't mean that she is a really bad person at heart. We all knew her for a long time, and she was a very good person for the entire time that we did know her. She just made a bad mistake in the end.
A mistake? She didn't make a mistake. She made a choice. And that choice was to rip out James's heart. Maybe you could argue that it was a mistake if it only happened once. But she was having that affair for months. How could you just call it a mistake? She did it on purpose. It wasn't something that happened in the moment.
Okay, sure. But cheating still isn't that bad, you know? It shouldn't be something to ruin someone's life over.
What do you mean it's not that bad? What are you even saying, Sam? Why are you defending what she did? Your partner is supposed to be the one person in the world who you trust and love more than life itself. You're not supposed to do anything to hurt them on purpose, especially not a betrayal like that.
I'm not defending her. You're twisting my words, Julie. I just mean that it's not bad in the sense that it's not a crime. It's not violent. It doesn't physically hurt anyone. She didn't abuse Ben. She didn't beat James, you know? That's what I am getting at. I don't think it should be considered as bad as those things.
Emotional pain and suffering can be just as bad as physical injury, Sam. And sometimes even worse. I don't care that it might not be illegal or something that you send someone to jail for. It's wrong morally, and I won't forgive her for it.
Okay, calm down, the two of you. There's no need to fight about the wrongdoings of others, is there? See? And I think we made a good choice to not invite James tonight because everyone is still talking about what happened.
Let's forget about this and go into the other room to eat. Everything should be ready now. Thanks for helping with the cleanup, sweetie. But I really could do it on my own. It is getting late and you and Sam could go home if you wanted to.
Stop that, Mom. I don't mind helping you wash up after you made us such nice food. Plus, Sam and Dad are bonding over another beer, so let's let them do that. And I told you that it was going to be apple pie for dessert. You can't get that past me.
And not past Sam either, it seems. He already knew that it was going to be on the menu.
Yeah, he loves it a lot. He's developing some sort of sixth sense for it, I think. But, Mom, there was something that I wanted to ask you your opinion on.
Sure thing. What is it?
It's something that happened just before we sat down to eat. We were talking about Diane and James. Do you think that Sam was acting a little strange?
Acting strange? I don't think so, no. At least I didn't notice anything. What do you mean by that?
It's just the whole thing when he was defending cheating and saying that it wasn't that bad and other stuff like that. And it sort of seemed to me that he was trying to defend Diane personally as well. Isn't that a little strange?
I don't really see what you mean, to be honest. He was just saying that people's lives shouldn't be ruined over it, and I can sort of agree with that as well. And even James obviously thinks in the same way, because that was what started us talking about that in the first place. That he didn't want you to go out and tell people things that didn't need saying.
Okay, maybe you're right. But he has done something similar before. He also was surprised that they would divorce and not stay together. He said that people cheat all the time and that it's not that big of a deal. Well, he didn't say that, but he said that it shouldn't always be something to ruin a marriage, especially since they have a son together.
I think that also makes sense. People cheat more than we usually think they do, unfortunately. And there are a great deal of people who pretend it didn't happen and then move on. It was also very common in my generation, at least, to stay together for the kids, even if there were horrible problems in the marriage. And that doesn't always mean cheating was happening, but just general loss of feeling for one another and whatever else there could be. Don't tell me that you actually think that Sam could be cheating on you. Is that what you're trying to get at?
No, not really. But it is a little alarming for me when he says these things, especially after what just happened with James and Diane.
Look, Julie, Sam is a lovely person and you two are great together. Have you ever had any fears of this in the past? You certainly haven't told me about them before.
No, it had never even crossed my mind before.
Exactly. I think you're just being paranoid because of what Diane did and what happened to James. And it's okay to be sort of scared when you see the seemingly great relationship that they had fall apart. But you shouldn't start projecting those fears onto someone. It could be very bad for your relationship. Sam would never do something like that to you, and I think you know that yourself.
You're right. I do know that. I think I'm just being a little jumpy. Now that I have said it out loud, I see how stupid it seems. Thanks, Mom.
Anytime, sweetie. I am always here for you.
Are you crazy calling me out here to meet in a place like this? We shouldn't be doing this right now.
Why not? I wanted to see you. Didn't you want to see me too? Isn't that why you agreed to show up?
I did want to see you, but this is still very risky right now. We should be more low-key about it. What if someone sees us? There couldn't even be an excuse for us to be together for any reason.
Oh, relax. We're just two people sitting in a cafe drinking some coffee. And who is going to see anything? Everyone is at work. It's a weekday. It's going to be fine. I even took a day off of work today, but told Julie that I was going in. She won't be suspicious at all, and I have plenty of time until I have to be back.
I still feel uncomfortable about being here in a public place like this. Anyone could walk past and see us. You just never know. It's better to be careful about it.
Okay, well, we can be more careful from now on. But we're here already, so just relax for a bit. Let's have a coffee and then we can go somewhere else where there aren't as many people watching, if you know what I mean. We haven't been able to see each other for a long time now. I think the coast is as clear as it could be. Months have passed at this point.
I know. But I still feel jumpy all the time. You know how I got found out, and it was in the most coincidental way imaginable.
Yeah, well, lightning doesn't strike the same place twice, so I am sure that we will be just fine. How has everything been, though? I know that things must be quite rough for you.
They're all right now that the divorce has actually been finalized. It was stressful before, and in a way, it was even worse because James was being so kind about everything. Maybe kind isn't the right word, but he didn't seem angry or that he hated me. He just seemed sad. And I was with him for a very long time. He is a very good guy, and I do feel bad that I hurt him in this way. But, it sort of had to happen. I should have asked him for the divorce first and saved him this pain. But hindsight is always 20/20.
It's not like we expected this to be an ongoing thing either. You can't blame yourself for not planning ahead. That was never going to be possible.
Yeah, I know that. Still, though, it's hard not to think about it every once in a while.
I get it. How is your new place? You moved into a much smaller apartment, right? It must be kind of weird living there now after you had lived in the previous house for almost a decade.
Yeah, it's strange to not have so much space, but it's fine at the same time. A bit of a change is never a bad thing. That's kind of why the two of us got together in the first place, wasn't it?
I guess you're right. You will have to invite me over one time. I would like to check it out.
Hey, it's good to see you. Things have been so hectic recently that I haven't been able to catch up with friends for a while.
That's okay. What's been happening? Busy with work or something?
No, nothing like that. There has been a lot of family drama, you could call it. Even though I haven't really been busy, it's just been hard for me to go out and try to be social with others.
I can totally understand that as well. Sometimes your social battery just needs to be recharged before you can even face others. I have had to do that as well, and I feel bad for always saying no to plans that my friends were inviting me to do. But at the same time,
It would have been worse to go there and then been in a bad mood or maybe even mean and rude to them when they had nothing to do with anything.
That's exactly what I have been feeling. It's a shame that this is the way humans work, but it is what it is, I suppose.
I think that it's okay as long as we all think about it and can communicate that to each other. Then there should be no hurt feelings. But how are the kids at school doing? I know that you love teaching them. They must bring your mood up, right?
Oh, they definitely do. It's always a bit of a lifesaver to go into work and just have to switch off any negative thoughts and focus on the children. They are so sweet and innocent that when I see them, I just feel like there can be no bad things in the world. The year is coming to an end soon, though, and I am going to be so sad to see them move on to another grade and another teacher. They're like my babies. I love them so much.
Even when they annoy me as well. Oh, you don't get to teach any of them again? It's just for 1 year?
Yeah, as long as I am teaching the second grade, I only teach second graders. Then the first graders move up and it starts again, sort of thing.
But I guess you will be getting a new class of little ones to teach as well, so that must be nice.
Oh, it is. I know that. I always get sad at the end of the year to see my class go, but when I see all the new faces of the next class, I am happy again. But I am really glad that I have this sort of job at times like these. I couldn't imagine having to go into an office and do paperwork when my mind is a mess.
Do you mind me asking what has happened to put you into this sort of mindset? You've always been very positive and resilient. I don't know what could have made you feel like this. If it's too personal, though, you of course don't have to tell me about it.
Oh, it's okay. I can tell you. In a way, it isn't something that has happened to me directly, but I am still a part of it. So, my brother James was basically being cheated on by his wife, Diane. It was so crushing to find that out. I was so angry at her and felt so bad for him, you know? They had always seemed so perfect together, and they have a son as well. I just couldn't wrap my head around it at all.
Oh, that's so terrible. It's always more shocking when it happens to those seemingly perfect couples. I mean, there are some couples who you look at and it's like, yeah, one of them is probably cheating. But I can see what you mean about them. I have met them once or twice before. And I never would have guessed that about them.
Exactly! And we were all really close with Diane as well. We would go to dinners together and all the rest of it. A little while ago, Sam and I were at my parents' house, and before, it would always be me, Sam, James, and Diane there. But this time it was just me, Sam, and my parents. It felt weird and kind of empty. No one is talking to her at all anymore, of course. As it should be. But at the same time, it's moments like those where you really notice the difference.
I can see what you mean. But actually, now that you mention that no one talks to her, I remember something that I saw a few days ago. I was in town just doing a little bit of shopping, you know, and I actually ran into Diane.
Really? Did you talk to her then? Did she mention anything that happened? I suppose not, otherwise you wouldn't be surprised at this.
Well, I didn't actually run into her. I just walked past a cafe and saw her in there. But the thing is, and I'm not sure how to tell you, but I could have sworn that Sam was there with her.
What? How could that be? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. It was definitely her, but I only saw the back of the man's head and a bit of his profile. I was just walking past, so I didn't exactly stop to try and figure it out. And it didn't even click in my mind until what you said.
What day did this happen on? I don't remember Sam going into town at any point recently on his own.
I think it was last Wednesday, or it could have been the Tuesday. I'm not exactly sure, but it was a weekday.
It couldn't have been Sam then. He should have been at work. He works Monday to Friday. Is there any chance that you could be mistaken?
There definitely is a chance of that. I'm not saying it was him for sure, but it really did look like him from where I was.
I see. Hey, I was with Vanessa today. We caught up for a little chat and some coffee. You remember Vanessa, right?
Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember her. But we haven't seen too much of her recently, have we? How is she doing these days? Everything okay?
Yeah, she is doing well. But she told me something that seemed really strange, and I wanted to check with you about it.
What do you mean? Check what with me?
She told me that she might have seen you having coffee with Diane last week. Is that true?
What? How Me and Diane? Of course not. Why would I be doing anything with her?
That's what I was wondering as well. I told her that we don't talk to her anymore, and I was shocked when she told me this.
What day was this even supposed to be? When would I have had the time for that?
That's the thing. She said it was a weekday last week.
Oh, well, there you go. She obviously made a mistake. You know that I work every weekday. How could I have been out having coffee anywhere?
I know. That's what I said, but she was pretty sure that it was you. Although she did say that she wasn't 100% sure about it.
Look, I don't know what to tell you, except that it clearly wasn't me. I was at work, and I wouldn't be anywhere with Diane anyway.
I know. I didn't think that it would have been you, but I just wanted to check and ask just in case. You haven't been keeping in contact with her, have you?
Of course not. Why would I do that? We all got along well before, sure, but it's not like me and her were ever friends on a personal level. We would only ever talk when we were at some family event.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I am just being a little crazy at the moment.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Hey, I'm going on another trip very soon. Well, from tomorrow, and it will be quite a long one this time.
Another week or so then?
Actually, this one is even longer than before. I think this is because we had that lull where I wasn't going anywhere, right? So now it's coming back to get me, and I have to go for almost 2 weeks.
What? Really? You have never had to go for so long before. Why are they sending you for such a long time?
This time they are combining 2 trips in one. Instead of going somewhere, coming back here for a while, and then going again, I will be going to 2 states back to back. I leave tomorrow, and then we'll be back on Friday next week, if I remember correctly.
I see. That sucks. I would have liked to have you here. I have gotten used to you not being away anymore.
I know. But this should really be a one-off thing. When it's over, I will talk to my boss and see if he can at least not send me away like this. A week at a time every now and then is one thing, but 2 weeks in one go? That's a completely different conversation. And like you said, this never happened before. I said yes this time because they seemed desperate, but I will let them know that it's not okay with me.
Okay. Well, I hope that they listen to you when you tell them that.
I don't see why they wouldn't. But taking this on and helping them when they really need it will give me more bargaining power later on, I think. They will want to listen to me more and make sure that I stick around, you know?
That's true. I guess there's always a win somewhere. You're always so good at looking at the silver lining. You will have to teach me how you do that sometime.
Oh, come on. You're just as good at that as I am, if not better. I'm leaving pretty early tomorrow, though. I'm going to pack my stuff now, but do you want to get some takeout instead of cooking? I think that would be quicker, and I want to get a good night's sleep.
Sounds good to me. I am never against takeout. Is there anything that you want in particular? I can order it while you get yourself ready.
No, I am okay with anything. Take a look through Uber and get whatever you want. I trust that you will choose something good.
Okay.
Hello. Is this Julie Stevens? Sorry that I have been calling you today.
Yes, this is. Sorry, but who is this?
Oh, my apologies. My name is Fred Harris. I am Sam's boss. I have been trying to reach him on his mobile phone, but I can't seem to reach him. He had you listed as his emergency contact, so I decided to try and call you instead. I know that this isn't the biggest emergency, so you will have to excuse me for that.
That's okay. What can I do for you? I'm not sure why he wouldn't be answering his phone, though.
I figured that he might have turned it off while he was enjoying his paid time off. I would like you to pass a message to him if you could, or he can call me back later as well. We were supposed to fly out on Friday for the business trip, but there has been a change of plans and it has been moved forward to Thursday. I know that he took up until Thursday off with his paid leave, but we really need him to work on the Thursday now. Of course, the paid leave will be returned to him so that he can use it another time. I really wanted to make sure that I gave him as much notice as possible.
Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about right now. Sam is already on the trip, isn't he? He left 2 nights ago. And what's this about giving notice? He is always being sent very last minute. It's very annoying, actually.
I'm afraid that I don't really understand. It is company policy for us to give at least 3 days' notice before someone has to fly out. There have been some exceptions where we have only been able to give 2 days, but then those trips are given to more senior employees who are available.
Wait, what? Are you serious? When did you say this business trip was supposed to be starting?
From this Friday.
And when is he supposed to come back?
We will be coming back the following Wednesday. I'm a little confused. Is everything okay?
Everything is just fine. Can I ask one more question, though, just to clarify something? How many days did he take for paid leave this week?
He took Monday through Thursday this week.
I see. Thank you very much. I will make sure that I pass on your message to him. Have a nice day. Finally! What have you been doing? I have been trying to get through to you for a while now. Why has your phone been off? You usually don't do that, do you?
Hey, sorry about that. I just turned it off while I was at work so that I could focus better. I do that sometimes. I just got back to the hotel, so I turned it back on again. What's going on? It's not like you to call me when I am on a business trip.
I know, but this is a little different. Where are you right now?
What do you mean, where am I? I just told you that I got back to my hotel just before.
Oh, I'm sure that you're at a hotel, but which one? Whereabouts?
Why are you asking me that? What difference does it make? You wouldn't know it even if I told you.
You're right, actually. It doesn't make a difference to me what hotel you are in right now. I have a message from your boss, though. He also didn't have much luck getting through to you because you must have just been working so hard.
Wait, what? My boss? What is that supposed to mean?
I got a call from him earlier today. He told me that I was your emergency contact. So sweet. Fred Harris, right? Anyway, he told me to tell you that he hopes you're enjoying your paid leave, but that the business trip has been moved forward from Friday to Thursday.
Fred called you?
He sure did. Now, I was so surprised at what he said. Paid leave? The trip hasn't even started yet. It wasn't even going to be for 2 weeks. All of this was such news to me, I didn't really know what to say to that even. Do you care to explain what's going on then, Sam? Or are you going to keep lying to me? I know that you're not working right now. That's a lie. What the hell have you been up to, and where the hell are you right now? Or rather, who are you with right now? I know what you're doing. I can guess.
Julie, listen, it's not what you think.
Really? It's not? So you're not in a hotel with some random woman right now cheating on me? Is that what you're going to tell me, is it? You didn't take paid leave to just have me think that you're working hard for us while being with another woman?
No, look, I just wanted to get away for a little bit on my own, so I told you that the trip started earlier and then used my leave. I know that I shouldn't have done that, but I just really needed some time to myself. That's all that's going on right now.
You liar! I know that's not the case. Fred also told me that they have a company policy to always give 3 days notice before a trip. So what were all of those last-minute business trips that you were apparently taking? Did you also just need to get away and have some time to yourself all those times as well? You just couldn't be around me anymore or something? Just tell me the truth right now. I don't want to hear any more lies from you.
Julie, I'm sorry, but this isn't what you think it is.
Shut up! Just shut up! I don't want to hear any of that crap. I don't want excuses. Who is she? Tell me. I know her, don't I? Even really well, maybe.
It's Diane.
You scumbag. I should have known that this was going on. The signs were all there, but I didn't want to believe it.
I'm sorry, but it just happened. It wasn't supposed to go on for this long.
I don't want to hear it. How could you do this to me? To James? That's 2 marriages that you have torn apart with this. And you would come home and talk to me about starting a family, about having a baby, while sleeping with another woman? You disgust me. No wonder you were being so defensive whenever I spoke poorly of Diane, or when I was so angry at cheaters in general. You were feeling guilty. You wanted to try and lessen the severity of what you have been doing. You're a pig. Well, you can stay wherever the hell you are right now and not bother coming home. You're not welcome here anymore. Stay away from me.
Julie? What's going on? What are you doing here? Is everything okay? You look like you have been crying.
No, I'm not okay, James. You won't believe what has happened. This is horrible for both of us.
Why? What has happened? It involves me as well?
Yes, it does. I just found out that Sam has been cheating on me as well. And it has been going on for a long time.
Oh my god, Julie. I am so sorry. That's not at all what I thought you were going to tell me. Take a seat over here. Believe me when I say that I know how much this can hurt. How did you find out? What's the situation?
He told me that he was going on a business trip, but then I got a phone call from his boss and he told me that the upcoming trip had been changed. I was so confused because Sam had already left for it as far as I knew, but it was all a lie. He had used his paid leave and told me that he was going on a trip to go and cheat on me. And he had been doing that a lot. All of the short trips that had started this year were all just a cover. And I believed him every single time. I can't believe myself. I was so stupid.
Hey, calm down. Don't blame yourself, okay? We must be the unluckiest brother and sister in the world right now, huh? Both of our partners cheating on us in the same year, and even the method that they were using was so similar. What are the chances, huh? Wait, no. Don't tell me.
Yeah, it's just what you think.
Sam and Diane?
Sam and Diane! How could this happen? I feel so sick to even think about it.
Oh my god. I had never found out who she had been having an affair with, and I decided in the end that it was probably better that way. I never would have even considered that it was your husband. I thought maybe it was someone from her work, or maybe even just some complete stranger who I didn't know at all.
I know, but he admitted it to me. I had been having my suspicions recently because he always seemed very defensive of her whenever she came up in conversation. And then a friend of mine actually told me that she thought she saw the two of them together. But it was a weekday and he should have been at work. Now I realize he must have taken a day off and pretended to go to work so that they could meet up. He told me that it was her, though. He admitted it, and now there is no doubt about what happened. It all seems so obvious now. I just don't know how I didn't put two and two together until now. Both of them taking trips at around the same time when they never had to do that before.
You're right. It does seem to connect now. But how could any of us have ever guessed that? It just seems like that would never happen. But then again, I also thought that Diane would never cheat on me in the first place. That's why I never really questioned anything or was suspicious of what she did. I don't know if that makes me too naive and stupid or what.
No, they're the ones who are wrong. Why should we have to suspect anything? We trusted them and this is what they did to us. And Sam always seemed so worried about what was going to happen to Ben, and he was talking to me about having kids soon. I just don't see how he could do these things at the same time as sleeping with Diane. He was the one who tore you and her apart and made the situation for Ben in the first place.
Maybe he felt guilty about it?
Maybe. Or he was trying to rationalize what he had done to himself. And here I was thinking about starting a family with him and thinking how, since he cares about Ben so much, that he would make such a great father. I just feel so stupid, James. What am I supposed to do now? I don't know how I am supposed to feel or get over this. I am so angry at him and her. But I also feel so angry at myself for not noticing this and just trusting him almost blindly. How did you get through this yourself?
All of that is very natural to feel. I felt a lot of that at the beginning. I tried to hide the anger because of Ben. I didn't want him to see his parents really fighting with anger in front of him. But it is really hard to get over this, Julie. I am sorry to say that, but the only thing that can really help is time. I have finally started to come to terms with it and see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. But it's very dark for a very long time before that.
I'm sorry that I might have come here and ripped open closing wounds for you. But I thought that you had to know about this.
It's okay. I am glad that you told me. I did think that it would be better to not know and had accepted that I never would. But the doubt was always there, just wondering who was it? What did I do wrong? How did I lose her? Maybe this will also help me get a little bit of closure. I don't know, but maybe that will come in time. And the same goes for you as well.
I don't think that I will ever be able to forgive him for this.
And you shouldn't have to. I have been civil with Diane because of our son, but that doesn't mean that I forgive her. And I never will either. She broke my heart and has made it hard for me to trust other people anymore. Have you told Mom and Dad yet?
No, I only found out yesterday and I didn't have the strength to tell anybody. I was just crying in bed. And then I came here to tell you first. I thought that you deserved to know before anyone else.
Well, thanks for that. Mom and Dad are going to be really upset to hear this too. What are you going to do now? Where is Sam?
I don't know. With Diane somewhere, probably. I told him not to come home, but I know that I will have to face him sometime.
You're going to get a divorce though, right?
Of course. I don't want to spend a second extra married to him that I don't have to. And luckily for me, we don't have any kids, so I don't even have to worry about that. I can't even imagine how hard it must have been for you to also have to think about Ben and be strong in front of him.
Yeah, well, there were times when it was pretty tough to do that. But in the end, I always want the best for him above all. And if it means putting on a strong face even though I am dying on the inside, well, that is a pretty small price to pay to protect him. I will be here to help you in any way that you need. Or if you need any advice about the divorce, I can help there too. Actually, let me introduce you to the lawyer that I hired before. He was very good, and he can help you a lot through this.
Thank you. That will be a big help. I have never had to use a lawyer before, but I want this over as soon as possible. Do you mind if I stay here for a few nights? I might stay with Mom and Dad if not. I just don't want to be in my own house right now in case he comes back.
Of course you can stay. That's not even a question. Stay as long as you need.
Thanks, James.
Julie, where are you? I have been waiting for you at home and trying to call you. I even canceled the trip so that we could talk this out. Please come back here. We need to talk about this.
Oh, you canceled your trip? Thanks so much! I feel so thankful that you care about me enough to do that for me.
Don't be like this, please. Let's talk about this like adults.
What is there to even talk about? You cheated on me with my brother's wife! There doesn't seem much to discuss regarding this.
Okay, I know that I messed up. I get it. And I am sorry. But it wasn't supposed to be like this, I swear. It just happened.
Then what was it supposed to be like? You go out and have your fun, then come back to me and act as though nothing happened? I don't know what sort of outcome that you thought would come of this, but the only thing that is happening is divorce.
What? No. It doesn't have to end in that. This was supposed to just be a little bit of fun, that's all. And it was the same for Diane as well. We have all been married for so long that we felt like we needed a little bit of excitement. Nobody was supposed to find out and no one was supposed to get hurt. It was just going to be a little bit of fun and then we were to go back to our normal lives.
Is that really your excuse? You did this just for a little bit of fun? No one was supposed to get hurt. Go to hell. You two have been at this for months on end. All the trips that you had been taking, all while lying to me, of course. You're such a scumbag. I still feel so dirty that I was considering starting a family with you the entire time that you were out having an affair behind my back. You say that this was all just a little fun, but you were totally okay with betraying me just for that then? And what about her? She has a son with my brother and she also did this for a little fun? Getting bored or whatever in a long relationship is not a reason to cheat on someone. It's not a reason to betray your significant other. I have no idea what you were thinking, or what she was thinking. I don't know how you thought that this would have been just a short time thing that ended.
I swear that that was all it was ever going to be. I didn't want to hurt you. I love you, Julie. I really do.
How can you say that to me even now? I don't want to hear those words from you. People don't do this to someone who they love. That's just not a thing. If you really loved me, then cheating on me wouldn't have even crossed your mind. If you loved me, you wouldn't have lied to me and kept this up for months on end. Don't you dare try and use those words now to cover your tracks and somehow think that it will make things better. It won't. Just tell me what I need to do for you to forgive me. I will do anything. We were going to start a family together. I still want to do that. I really don't think that this has to end in divorce for us. I will never forgive you for this. Just go to hell and die for all I care. I would rather die than stay with you and raise a child. The only way this is ending is in divorce, and that's the end of it. I have already contacted a lawyer, and he will contact you soon as well. I suggest you hire a lawyer for yourself. But this is lucky for you, isn't it? How is this lucky for me? What are you talking about now? Now you and Diane can be together without having to sneak around and trying to hide it from everyone around you. What a great chance it is that you have. Don't say that, Julie. I don't want to be with her. That's not what this was about. So then you ruined your marriage for someone who you don't even want to be with. Nice one, Sam. You really made a good choice there. And the same to her as well. Next time you see her, tell her I say to go to hell. And you can do the same. After that, I stayed with my brother for a while as the divorce proceedings were going through. I could have stayed at home since Sam was apparently not living there at the time, but I wanted to be somewhere else entirely. Sam kept trying to explain himself and act as though we didn't have to get a divorce at all, but I wasn't having any of it. I would never stay with someone who betrayed me like that, even if it was only one time. But in his case, it was over and over and over again. One little shining light during that time was the fact that Ben was with James a lot and I was able to play with him and keep him company. I had to put on a strong face in front of him and it stopped me from breaking down in tears every 3 seconds. The same was the case with all my little angels at the school. Eventually the divorce was finalized and we sold off the house that we were living in together. I moved back in with my parents for a little while after that. I got quite a good sum of money from the settlement, but my salary as a teacher is still low, so I didn't want to spend the money without having a proper plan. I am staying with my parents until I can find a decent place to live that is not too expensive for me. Something that is getting harder and harder to do these days. As for Sam, in the end, he and Diane did try to get together for a while, but it seems that the only thing that made them work together was the secrecy and thrill of doing something wrong. Once that was gone, they didn't mix well together and ended up separating as well. I think they only tried in the first place because they felt that otherwise everything would have been such a waste. Now the two of them have thrown away everything that they had in their lives just for a little bit of fun, as Sam put it. I don't know what they were thinking or how they ever imagined that it might have been worth it. I am especially angry with Diane even now, simply because she also had his son to worry about and I can't believe that she didn't put him first. Sam's workplace also all found out about the news because of the way that his boss had contacted me. Of course, it didn't lead to him getting fired or anything, but people started to keep their distance a little bit because of what he did. I will never understand a cheater's mindset, and I don't ever want to. All I know now is that I am happy that we never had children together, or this would have been much harder for me. It will take me a long time to get over this betrayal, but with the support of my parents and brother, I am sure that I will get through this in the end. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Housemaid, me and my friends are drinking in my room right now and we just ran out of alcohol. I need you to run to the store to grab us some more. Make sure you're as quick as possible. I don't want to ruin this vibe at all.
Kaylee, how many times do I have to tell you this? You can't keep on making me do all of your chores for you. Why don't either you or one of your friends walk to the store and buy some drinks for yourselves? I still have some things that I need to do tonight before I go to bed. I don't think I'm going to be able to do as you say.
Don't you dare disobey me! Whose house do you think that you're living in right now? This is my family's place. You don't belong here. Now do as I say and go buy me the drinks. Otherwise, I'm going to have to force you to leave. I can make it very difficult for you to live here. I'll start off by spitting all over your belongings and ruining all of your precious photo albums. I really mean it too.
Please don't do something like that. It would end badly for everyone involved if you do something stupid like that. I really think that you need to think about the way you talk and interact with me too. This kind of attitude isn't really acceptable. You don't act like this in front of other people. I don't get why you have to act so differently toward me.
Oh, quit talking. Are you gonna do as I say or not? Just answer my question. You're just a housemaid to me. All I need you to do is say yes to my requests. Stop making life so difficult for me like this.
You really need to calm down. You kind of scared me sometimes. Fine then. I don't want to argue with you and make you even more angry, so I'll go do as you say. Are you gonna pay me the cash before or after I go? Also, what do you guys want me to get?
I want a case of beer and 2 bottles of red wine. Also, I'm not going to pay you anything. You just wasted some of my precious time by talking back to me. As a punishment for that, I'm not giving you anything. Now hurry up and go before I get even more mad at you. Oh, I wish that I had someone a little more capable to serve under me.
Kaylee, I think you're being absolutely ridiculous. You're asking me to go buy you something and you're refusing to pay me?
I said no more excuses. Just go before I make you regret this. I thought I told you that we ran out already. My friends are getting impatient too. You better go now, or they're also gonna help me out making your life here miserable. You don't want that happening, do you?
Okay, but you really need to stop this. I'm trying to be nice to you, but I can't keep taking this kind of attitude forever from you. I'll leave this stuff on the kitchen table when I get back then.
Why aren't you answering me, you useless housemaid? What do you think you're doing ignoring me like this? When did I ever tell you that it would be okay to ignore me like this? Pick up the phone as soon as possible, or I'm gonna tell on you. I'm gonna say that you're not doing your job properly to my parents, then they'll decide to kick you out.
Kaylee? What do you need at this kind of time? I was getting prepared to sleep already. Also, I'm not your housemaid. It's not my job to take care of your needs either. I have work in the morning tomorrow, so I can't really stay up too much later. I'm already in bed. Is this something that can wait?
What did you just say? Are you stupid or something? It's not even midnight at this point. You shouldn't be in bed already. Only old and wrinkly people go to bed at this kind of time. Although you are kind of getting close to that kind of age. I guess when you turn 30, your body starts to break down and fail on you. I feel so sorry for you sometimes. I mean, your entire life is kind of a huge failure anyway, right? I'd never want to become somebody's housekeeper. It must be so miserable doing all that work by yourself every day. I guess this is what happens when you drop out of college. Anyway, old lady, you need to get out of bed right now and do exactly as I say. I have a job for you.
Well, I guess you're right, Kaylee. I am starting to get a little old. However, I don't need you feeling sorry about me right now. I need to get some rest for tomorrow if possible. I have to get up pretty early for work. If there's nothing else that you need to talk to me about, I think I'll go to bed now.
Don't you dare go to bed yet. I won't forgive you if you do that. I never would have called you if I didn't have something to ask you to do. Please, use your brain to think. Are you really too stupid to understand something this simple? Sometimes it feels like I'm talking to an animal, you know. Anyway, this is about the date I'm going on tomorrow with the guy I met at the gym. His name is Harry. You remember me talking to you about him, right? He's one of the hottest guys I've ever seen. He's in great shape too, and oh, I'm just so excited. He seems to be pretty into me too. I didn't have to do anything, and he approached me and gave me his number. Anyway, we're going to have a picnic tomorrow at the beach, and I told him that I'd prepare the food myself. I kind of wanted to show off my cooking skills. Guys like a woman that can cook, right? So anyway, I want you to put something together for us to eat for lunch tomorrow. He really likes hamburgers and steak pie. Make sure that you make them both from scratch, as I don't want him thinking that I bought pre-made food. I also want you to add some vegetables and other stuff too. Oh, maybe make some smoothies for drinks too. I want to show him that I'm healthy and that I take care of myself. Anyway, I'd like all of that prepared by tomorrow morning, as I'm going to be leaving at around 11-ish.
Hey, would you please hold on a minute? What you're asking me to do is kind of ridiculous. Didn't I tell you that I've got work in the morning tomorrow? Everything that you just listed out would take a really long time to make. It's basically midnight already. You can't just throw something like this on me all of a sudden. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. I need you to tell me about this kind of stuff in advance and during my work hours. Also, you should probably make the lunch yourself, if that's what you told him that you'd do. It would be pointless if I made everything for you. It would be very dishonest of you. I'm sure this guy called Harry would like it if you made the food and not some stranger like me.
Who do you think you are to lecture me like that? You're just a maid, so I shouldn't need to listen to anything you say. I can't believe it. You need to just say yes and get on with everything that I order you to do. That's your job, isn't it? So anyway, the date is tomorrow, just after noon, so just make sure you have it ready before 11. The food better be of high standard, too. My reputation is on the line as well, after all. You should be happy to finally be doing something useful with your time. I'm giving you a task to keep you busy, instead of just wasting away your future cleaning a house. You should be thanking me for keeping you busy all the time. He'll never find out about who really made the food if you keep quiet about it, too.
Your mother and father have told me over and over that you can't keep getting spoiled like this. I really don't think that I can accept this request from you. Also, it's a pretty ridiculous request to make at this kind of time. Even if I did want to cook for you, the grocery store isn't even open at this hour. I don't have any of the ingredients needed to make a hamburger or steak pie from scratch right now. I'm sorry, but I just won't be able to do as you want me to. Just try to make something yourself with what you have at home. If you put a lot of effort into it, I'm sure your date will appreciate it more that way anyway. Also, as I said earlier, he's probably looking forward to your homemade cooking, not mine. Honesty and trust is very important for a relationship to work, you know.
I can't believe you're talking to me like this. How low would I need to go to start taking tips from a maid like you, for God's sake? I expect you to do as I say without talking back to me like this. Did your parents never teach you any manners at all? If there's nothing open right now, then just go get the stuff in the morning. If you don't want to wait, then go to a 24-hour supermarket or something. You might need to go a bit farther, but there's got to be somewhere you can get what you need. I didn't know why I have to do all of the thinking for you like this. This is exactly why you're such a failure. Oh, and I almost forgot. Make sure you don't tell my mom and dad anything about this. It'll be our little secret, okay? Is that clear? If anybody else finds out about any of this, you're gonna be in a huge amount of trouble, and I mean it.
I'm so sorry, but I really need to sleep before my work tomorrow. I can't make anything in the morning as I'll be starting early tomorrow. Also, your mother was telling me to not do absolutely everything for you. She said that I should leave you to do the laundry by yourself. I think she wants you to become independent over time. This is a great opportunity for you to learn and become independent too as well. Being able to cook in the future is a very valuable skill to have. You might enjoy cooking as well. You never know. If you want, I can send over some recipes that I like to use for times like this. I don't mind helping you. I just don't want to be doing absolutely everything for you.
Shut the hell up! God, you can be so annoying at times. If you won't cook for me, I'll get some revenge on you. I'll set your stuff on fire and I'll make sure that you regret absolutely everything. I'll burn your clothes in your bag and take that wedding ring my brother gave you. That ring looks pretty expensive, so I'm gonna have it for myself if you're not careful. Look, you either cook the food I asked you to cook for me, or I have to take some action against you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now?
Ugh, you really can be so difficult at times. I'm too tired to even continue arguing with you like this. How about this then? Will you go to the 24-hour supermarket to get the ingredients for me? If you agree to do that, then I'll cook the food for your picnic. I can't be going to the store myself. It would take way too much time. I'll wake up early tomorrow morning and make sure that everything is made before I leave the house. How does that sound for you?
Jeez, you really are lazy, aren't you? I can't believe that you're even asking me to do this. However, I guess if it's for my lovely date, I don't have much of a choice. Just make sure you don't mess up the food, okay? This is really important for me. He's the kind of guy that I want to be dating after all. Also, it's not just about taste, you know. This is for a date, so it needs to look good too. This picnic should be a reflection of me. Beautiful inside and out. Is that clear?
Yeah, I get what you want me to do. I'll do my best. Just make sure to put the ingredients in the fridge and I'll take care of the rest by tomorrow morning.
Okay, great then. I wish that you would have done the grocery shopping too, but I guess it can't be helped. I'm counting on you, so don't mess this up. You useless housekeeper! Why the hell are you not picking up my call? I need you to answer me immediately, as we have some talking to do. What the hell were you thinking making something like that? That lunch that you made for us was absolutely disgusting. It was so embarrassing to pretend that I'd actually made that. Were you trying to play a prank on me or something? You set this up to embarrass me in front of my date, didn't you? I can't believe that you would betray me like this.
Sorry, I'm making dinner right now, so I can't pick up the phone. Also, what are you talking about? I think that I made the food exactly like you wanted.
I'm talking about that gross lunch that you made for me to take on my date. I told you that it had to both look good and taste good. You failed at satisfying both of the requests that I made. Did you taste it while you were making it all? Surely you should have realized how gross it was if you had have tried even a little bit of it.
Actually, I did try tasting it when I was making it, and it tasted fine to me. It's no different to the food that I usually make, and you don't seem to have any complaints about them usually. Did your date not like the taste of it or something?
Well, he's a really nice, kind guy, so he didn't complain about it at all. However, I know that deep down he wasn't satisfied at all. However, when I tried some of the food, it tasted absolutely awful. He was such a sweetheart, though, telling me it was delicious, but I'm sure he was just saying that to try and make me feel good. However, now he's probably thinking that I'm some terrible cook. Is that what you wanted to do from the very beginning? It was your plan to ruin my chances with him? If things go badly now, I'll never forgive you. All those bland vegetables, there's no way he'd be impressed by that kind of stuff. What sort of flavor were you even trying to get there? I could barely taste anything.
I'm not sure how to say this, but you've never really cooked your own food, have you, Kaylee? I did the absolute best with the ingredients that you handed to me. When you just buy whatever ingredients are the cheapest at the store without caring about the freshness or the quality, that's the result you're going to get. If you want me to make you something that actually tastes good, I suggest that you actually get me the ingredients that are required for the dish. I really think that you should start learning how to cook at least a little.
Wait, you're not seriously trying to blame this on me, are you? Are you trying to say that I have bad taste or something? How dare you even suggest that? I can't believe that you're offending me after ruining my date yesterday. Once I get married and start living on my own, I'll learn to cook, so I don't see what the problem is.
Well, let me teach you one lesson really quick. When it comes to buying ingredients, it doesn't get better the cheaper it is. If you go for something a little more expensive, you'll get a much better taste. Also, you need to make sure to buy all the ingredients for the recipe, including the seasoning. It's very difficult to make the food that you requested, as so much was missing. It was like trying to complete a puzzle with over half the pieces missing. It's a shame that you needed to take it for your picnic, but maybe you should use this as an opportunity to learn. It's always a good idea to try to learn from your mistakes.
Why do I need to sit here and listen to you lecturing me about this? Stop changing the subject. You should be thanking me that I took the trouble to shop for ingredients for you. I could have made you go shopping for me, so you should be thanking me first. You're always bragging about your cooking skills, so I would have thought that you could do better than this. I'm really kind of disappointed in you. Now hurry up and apologize to me for ruining my date. If things don't go well with him from now on, it's all your fault, okay?
I don't recall ever bragging about my cooking at all. However, I do cook every day, so I'd like to think that I know the basics. However, I can't take any dish and make it into something delicious, especially if the ingredients aren't good enough and half missing to start with. There's a limit on what's possible, is what I'm saying. I think if you tried cooking for yourself every once in a while, you might have learned that by now. Not even the best chef in the world can make a great dish if he doesn't have the correct ingredients, you know?
Oh, stop making so many excuses about this. You're just a lazy dropout, so you should have all sorts of free time to be cooking. I am different to you. I have a great future ahead of me and so many friends that I need to see. I don't have the time to be wasting cooking. I just graduated and started work at a new company recently too. Since you're always around the house, you might as well help out a little. You should know how busy I am. I took some precious time out of my day to go on a date with that guy. I can't believe that you made me waste that opportunity. I was trying to get to know him and make him fall for me, but I couldn't focus because of your disgusting food. You can understand why I'm so upset, right?
You're very wrong if you think that I have all the time in the world. I am very busy working and doing all the housework too. I can't constantly listen to all of your requests like this. Also, Kaylee, you're gonna have to do some of this stuff yourself in the future. I have no idea who you're gonna marry in the future, but I'd imagine you're at least gonna have to do some of the housework and cooking.
Well, of course I'm gonna have to eventually. What's your point? I'll learn that stuff when I need to.
Well, I just think that it wouldn't be a bad idea to start learning now. You're not gonna live in an environment like this where everything is taken care of for you. It'll be a big part of your life when you do get married, so maybe you should start taking it more seriously. I'm sure you've been told that before, right? I'm sure both of your parents would like it if you managed to become a little more independent.
Oh, here we go again. You're always trying to talk with my parents behind my back, and I can't stand it. You're basically not part of this family anyway. I wish that you'd stay out of this kind of stuff. Don't you feel ashamed of hanging around here even after my brother married you? Don't you have any feeling of shame? Ever since he brought you home, you've acted so high and mighty. You need to remember that you're just a visitor here. I wish that you'd hurry up and move out already. Also, let me tell you this too. I was always against him getting married to you. He definitely could have done so much better than a woman like you. I can't believe he ended up ignoring my advice and chose to marry you in the end.
You've told me many times about this. I know that you're not a fan of me living with your family. However, it's not like this is my choice either. Also, I really wish that you'd stop voicing these thoughts to me. What's the point? Do you just want to hurt my feelings even more than you already have?
Oh, stop being such a crybaby. After my brother married you, our family had no choice but to take a failure like you in. I could never understand why we had to be punished like this. You should be focusing all of your energy on being a good maid to repay all of our kindness. My family has given you everything, so you need to do exactly what I say. That's the only way you can make up for what you did. Also, that reminds me, if I do get married pretty soon, you'll need to listen to whatever my husband says as well as me. You'll never stop being a housemaid to me as long as you're married to my brother.
What are you talking about, Kaylee? I am not your personal housemaid, and I really don't like being treated like one by you. I meant to be your sister-in-law, and you need to start treating me like a member of the family. What would your future husband think if he saw the way you're acting now? I just made your picnic this time since you threatened to burn my stuff and steal my ring if I didn't do as you said. I was actually kind of scared that you'd really go through with it, and that's why I helped you out this time. I'm sorry, but you have to stop making these ridiculous requests. I'll help you out when you need me, if it's not too often and you really need it. Otherwise, I think that you need to learn to become more independent.
You make it sound like I'm doing something bad by saying stealing. That's not what I was planning on doing. I was just planning on taking back what was rightfully my family's property. My brother was the one that gave you that ring, right? That means it's not really yours. I'm my brother's only sister, and he loves me so much. It's only natural that he'd want me to have the ring in the end.
I have no idea why you think any of that, but okay. Well, I hope that you stop threatening me like this in the future, too. I'm saying this for your sake. You'll end up regretting it one day. Anyway, just remember that even though I cooked for you this time around, it won't be the norm, so don't get used to it.
As if I'd ever ask you to make another meal for me after the disgusting crap you made today. Oh, I wish I had more capable housemaid around me. You're always so damn disappointing. Hey, housemaid, I have some fantastic news that I want to share with you. Make sure you listen carefully. It may not come as a surprise to you, but I'm gonna be getting married. It's with the guy from the gym I started seeing about half a year ago. I am the luckiest woman in the world. I feel so great about myself right now.
Oh, congratulations, Kaylee. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad that things ended up working out for you guys.
The thing is, my fiancé and his parents are coming to the house to introduce themselves to the family. You also need to be there to meet them too. Just try to be presentable and not to embarrass me. I'll never forgive you if you screw this up for me. It's like one of the most important days of my life. If it goes badly, I'm gonna curse you for the rest of your life.
You don't need to worry about me. There's nothing I'll do to ruin this for you. I'll just make sure to be polite and stay to the side.
Okay, good. Although it's kind of a shame that I have to introduce a failure like you as my sister-in-law. Kind of drags down the family's reputation after all. In fact, I kind of wish that I didn't need to introduce you to his family at all, to be honest. Maybe it would be better if I just introduced you to them as their housemaid. Don't you think that's a better idea, too?
You are not seriously asking me this, are you? I am a member of this family, too. I mean, aren't your parents going to be there too? Surely they wouldn't go along with a lie like that. Besides, I don't see the problem with you introducing me to them as your sister-in-law. It'll be fine. You're the only one who thinks it's a big deal, so if you just let it go, then I'm sure everything will go smoothly.
See, this is what I'm talking about. It's a huge problem that you don't seem to think that this is a big deal at all. I am completely embarrassed of you. Don't you understand what I'm trying to say at all? I don't want them to think I'm anything like you at all. It'll lower their opinion of me, and it might affect me getting married to him. I'm not an idiot college dropout like you. I graduated from one of the most prestigious colleges in the country. We're nothing alike, so I don't want them to think that we're similar in any way. I hate it when you say things like academic background doesn't matter. You just say that kind of stuff as you have a pretty much non-existent academic background. It just proves that you're an idiot. They'll be able to see the stupidity the moment they see you, especially standing next to a truly smart and successful woman like me. That's why it's just gonna be more convenient if I tell them that you're our housemaid.
Well, if you think like that, I really don't care what you say about me. Doesn't seem like you're gonna change your mind about this anyway. I'm not gonna recommend that you do this, but I also won't stop you. My family situation made me drop out of college, but if that's really so embarrassing for you, then you can tell them whatever you like. Plus, I'm currently studying for some qualifications, so I wouldn't be too quick to call my academic background non-existent.
An old lady like you getting qualifications is such a waste of money. It's not gonna match up to me or my fiancé's family. They're all successful elites that graduated from very famous schools. I wish that my brother had married someone with a better background and higher status. I hate that you dragged down the entire reputation for all of us. I wish that you guys are gonna get a divorce every single day. Honestly, that would be the best day of my life when it finally happens.
Look, Kaylee, not everyone is as lucky as you and gets to go to the best school and college in the country. You already have a great paying job and you're getting married at a young age too. I feel jealous of you at times as my life has been completely different up till now. I couldn't have a lot of the school experiences that you did, and I must have missed out on a lot growing up as I wasn't as well off. I had to drop out of college due to family circumstances, like I said earlier, and that limits my job opportunities. I understand that you're in a better position in life than me, and I respect you for being in a position like that too. However, I think you should be a little more careful about what you say to me. Being condescending and mocking people that aren't as well off as you is not a good idea. You never know when it will come back to bite you. You're gonna get married soon, and you're gonna become so happy. I wish that you would stop talking negatively and mockingly at a time like this. I can't bear to think of all the bad karma you're building up. It's really scary to think about how you're tempting fate here, if not for my sake, then for your own.
Wow, you're such a sore loser. Don't talk to me about karma. That's just another old tale that shows how uneducated you are. That kind of stuff doesn't really exist, you know. Although I get why you want to believe that, though.
As you don't have the intelligence to work your way up in life, you have to prey on luck and karma and all that crap. You'd think you would have learned something useful during the time after you dropped out of college, but I guess not. Here you are, just as stupid as ever. Once a loser, always a loser, I guess. You'll never fit in with high-class people like me and my fiancé. You're lucky my brother and parents took pity on you and let you into our house. I guess it's kind of like charity for them. It makes them feel good for taking in a failure like you. Anyway, I hope they all realize the mistake they made and kick you out sooner or later. You're really pushing it today, aren't you? I mean, it's not like I married you, Kaylee, so why does it matter to you that I'm not educated? My husband loves me for who I am, so it wouldn't kill you to show me some respect, you know? I feel like that you're the only one in this family that doesn't accept me. Why does it bother you so much? It's not like I'm hurting you, so you should just leave me alone. Or at least take a second to think before you say these things to me. I'm a person, just like you, and I have feelings too. You come off like a selfish brat when you're like this, and I'm sure your fiancé wouldn't like to see the sight of you. Don't you dare try to lecture me, you dumb, uneducated housemaid. It's bad enough that you're in my house. Don't bother trying to give me advice like this. I don't care what you say. When my fiancé and his parents come, just keep your mouth shut and clean up like a housemaid. After the introductions are done, just make sure you stay quiet in the corner. I would die before calling you my family member. I really don't know what to say anymore. You sure are something else? Okay then, whatever you say. I've got stuff to do, so I'll leave you to it then. I'll try to do my best to stay as quiet as possible on the day. Housemaid! The hell was that about today? What in the world did you think that you were doing? Because of what you did, my fiancé just said he was breaking it off with me. I just got a text from him right now and I don't know what to do. I have never been this furious in my life. I thought I told you very clearly not to do anything stupid. What did you do to make him do this? I swear to God, I'll sue you. I can make your life so damn terrible that you regret ever being born. I know your life is already so hopeless, but don't think I can't make it worse. Oh, Kaylee, don't bother trying to blame this on me. I didn't do anything wrong at all. You're the one that did this to yourself. You have nobody to blame but yourself. Don't you remember me telling you that you should stop acting so condescending toward me? You really should have listened to my advice. Also, it's not my fault that I just happened to know your fiancé, too. That was just a huge coincidence. I can't believe that you guys knew each other. He lives in a different world to you. I can't believe he was acting so nice and kindly toward you, too. It was disgusting. Well, we only knew each other very briefly. I just happened to be the one that called an ambulance for him when he was in an accident back in high school. Yeah, he said that you were his savior or something. Why did you have to be the one that saved him? Well, I mean, I wasn't just gonna ignore what I had seen. He was completely unconscious at the time, so I did what I had to do. I also ended up going to see him in hospital to see if he was okay. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the reason why he's breaking things off with you. I was really surprised to run into him again like this, but the way you reacted to this news was the problem. In fact, I didn't even recognize him at first, as it happened so long ago and I only talked to him briefly. He was the one that started thanking me out of nowhere while I was serving the tea. I didn't know what else to say back to him as it was so surprising. Oh, stop trying to make up excuses for what happened. If you weren't there, none of this would have happened at all. I have a huge problem with the way you reacted to that conversation when I asked him why he knew our housemaid. You suddenly barged into our conversation and told him that you weren't a housemaid at all. You told him that you were my sister-in-law. I thought that I told you to keep your mouth shut and not to interrupt my precious day. All I did was tell him the truth, as I didn't want him to have the wrong impression of me. Also, you weren't just calling me the housemaid. You very clearly insulted me by saying that I was a failure and that I was just a parasite to this family. I have a lot of patience with your nonsense, but you were really taking it too far this time. That's why I just decided to tell him the truth. Plus, since his family had come all this way to meet your family, I thought it would be rude of me not to introduce myself to them. Well, you speaking out like that completely messed
everything up for me. After you said all that, the entire atmosphere was so awkward. I couldn't seem like the honest and kind woman that I am. I saw the way they looked at me after you got involved, and I didn't like it at all. They looked at me like I was a monster or something. My fiancé told me that was the reason he started doubting me. It's very clearly your fault that he's breaking things off from me.
Well, I can kind of see why he'd want to break things off with you after that. It's a huge shame for you, as he seemed to be a really kind and nice guy. I'm happy for him, though. He managed to dodge a bullet, choosing not to get married to you. He definitely deserves better. The fact that you kept on mocking my academic background in front of everyone was probably the final straw.
How dare you even say that? There aren't many women that are better than me. I'm attractive, and I have a great academic background. Also, I don't understand why he decided to take your side on this matter. I'm his fiancé. Surely he should be on my side in this matter. None of this makes any sense to me at all. I just don't get why I'm in this situation right now. And to top it all off, his parents started fawning all over you for some reason. They then mentioned that they weren't comfortable with me as their future daughter-in-law. I have absolutely no idea why they were giving you preferential treatment over me. You need to take responsibility for absolutely all of this. It's all your fault that this is happening to me. It's one thing for you to drop out of school and ruin your life, but don't go ruining my life just to make yourself feel better.
Wow. You really don't get it, do you? They didn't like you because of the way you mocked me for my background. Didn't your fiancé ever tell you the story about his grandfather? You might not have been listening, so I'll try to walk you through it. His grandfather had such a hard time developing his business until it could turn a profit, and all his children had to work at the shop to support him. He was unable to send them to college, but he worked really hard and managed to give his family a good life and upbringing. Your fiancé and his parents respected him so much for that, and they never even considered the fact that I dropped out of college to support my family to be a bad thing. Both him and his parents were great people, and I could see that they had very good morals.
That's what I'm saying. He's such a good guy, and that's why we're perfect for each other. He can even care for a loser like you. And I think that's sweet of him, even if I can't quite get there. I don't care what his uncle or whoever the hell it was did in the past. I'm angry at the fact that you somehow managed to make everyone my enemy. You intentionally did this, or else you could ruin my life. You're just a college dropout, and you should live a miserable life.
See, you're still missing the point. You're in the situation you're in right now because you're a terrible human being. You need to realize that and start trying to fix things. I don't understand why you feel the need to look down on people that aren't as fortunate as you either. I am working very hard to make ends meet, and I'm sure there are many people in a situation similar to me. You mocking us for trying to make a living is disgusting. It seems your fiancé felt the same way as me, and that's why he's leaving you. I'm sure that a smart scholar like you should be able to piece that together now.
What do you know about my fiancé? You're certainly all high and mighty for some stupid housemaid who can't barely make enough money to feed herself. We both graduated from great schools, and we both work for high-end companies. We have so much in common. We're both in the upper bracket of society. Also, I don't look down on everybody below me. It's just that I hate you for giving me and my family a bad reputation.
I think I'm just about done trying to talk to you about this. It's obviously pointless. The way we view things are just too different. You might still be able to rescue your relationship if you apologize to me and his family for your actions, though. You need to admit that you were wrong and that you plan on changing in the future. I think that's the only option that you have left.
Did you just say that I have to apologize to you? What for? I didn't even do anything wrong in the first place. Apologizing to a lowlife like you would be the biggest mistake of my life. I am never gonna say sorry to you. Absolutely never.
If that's how you feel, then you weren't the right girl to marry him after all. Your terrible personality and values have betrayed you this time. I knew that this would happen one day. This is that karma I was talking about. His parents are perfectly right to oppose the marriage, too. I think that your engagement getting broken off was just a matter of time at this point.
I can't believe that this is really happening to me. I've already told everyone around me I was getting married.
All of my coworkers and my friends are gonna look down on me if they find out that my fiancé broke off our engagement. I can't have that happen no matter what. We were even planning on going to Hawaii for our honeymoon, and we even booked all our reservations. What's gonna happen to that? Oh, well, since you brought it up, I guess I'll tell you about it. I heard from your dad that you were going to need to pay the cancellation fees for everything yourself. After they went home, your mom called your fiancé's family. I overheard what she said to them, and it didn't sound too good for you at all. She was saying how she was so sorry for your terrible actions and that she's absolutely appalled of you. She also said that she's going to redouble her efforts to make you a better person. The phone call went on for a while, but that was the general gist of it. It kind of sounded like your mother wanting nothing to do with you toward the end. I think you might have lost the trust of 2 families today, which is pretty impressive, actually. Also, just remember that you're gonna need to pay the cancellation fees. It should be pretty hard by yourself. You've barely just started working, so you won't have nearly enough saved up to pay it all back in one go. Seems like you won't be able to have any fun for a while. Debt is no joke, after all. And your bad attitude will probably just make it worse. You're lying. There's no way that my parents would do this to me. I'm their beloved daughter. I'm not gonna believe a single word that you just said to me. You must have said something to them that turned them against me, but I'll talk sense into them. I'll tell them that you're the one that ruined everything for me. This is not like the dream wedding I'd been picturing at all. I was born to be a princess. You're the one that needs to go apologize to my fiancé and their family. You need to go tell them how lovely of a person I am too, and convince him to get married to me. I need you to go do this right now. This is my future we're talking about here. Everybody seems to favor you as well for some reason, so I am sure that you can fix this. You owe this to me for messing all of this up for me in the first place. So now you're asking me to apologize? For what? I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. Honestly, your fiancé is probably feeling lucky that you showed your true colors before the marriage. I bet you that he's glad that he managed to split off from you before the marriage. I seriously doubt he has any intention of getting back together with you whatsoever. Both him and his parents are probably celebrating as we speak, and I can't imagine the terrible things they're saying about you. I think that you're just gonna have to live with this. Use this as a learning experience and try to change for the future. So you're not gonna do as I say? You're a housemaid. You need to be listening to the orders that I give you. You should know better than anyone what I am going through. The thought of being hated by my in-laws is terrible to think about. Normally, when your sister-in-law is having a stressful time, you should try to help out. For as much as you complain about me, you're not exactly being that nice yourself, are you? You should at the very least try to help me pay for all the cancellation fees that I have to pay. I mean, I only just started working recently. I don't have the type of money to pay it back. However, you've been working for a while now, so you must have some money saved up. That's like the least you can do for me. Maybe if I could just borrow a little now and I'll pay you back once I get married or start my job or whatever. Wait, what did you just say to me? I must have misheard you. Did you just say that I should help you out as your sister-in-law? I thought I was just your housemaid. You've never thought of me as a sister-in-law a single time in the past. Stop saying stuff like that just because it's suddenly convenient for you. Even if I did think of you as a sister, I don't think I could take your side on this matter at all. It's obvious that it's all your fault that you're in this mess in the first place. I'm sorry, but I have absolutely no intention of helping you out in any way, shape, or form. Since when were you so cold to me like this? So you're saying you don't care about me at all? After all the times I took care of you, letting you stay in our house and trying to be a good sister to you, this is a terrible way for you to repay me for what I did for you. I can't believe this. I expected better from you. I just tried to call my fiancé, but the call isn't going through. He hasn't been reading any of my texts either. Why though? What the hell? What am I meant to do? If I gave you his number, maybe you can call him instead. Tell him how great of a person I am and that I want to get back together with him. Please. He was my everything. I love him so much and I really want to get married. I don't want to break this off. Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you started acting so arrogantly toward me. You were so smug back then, but now that you're in trouble, you want to come begging for my help? I'm sorry, but that's not how life works at all. You've come this far, so you might as well stick with your views and keep hating me. It's not like I'm ever going to forgive you for all the terrible things you've done to me anyway. You can't just treat people like crap and expect them to help you out at a later date. You've been spoiled for so long, and I don't think you know what it means to work hard for anything. Maybe this will be a turning point for you in your life. It'll be a good chance for you to learn to become a better person, for sure. Either way, I don't plan on doing anything for you. I'm not gonna call up your ex-fiancé and try to ask him to forgive you. Also, me and my husband are gonna be moving out, so I won't have to see you or talk to you ever again. This is goodbye for us. Best of luck with the rest of your life. It's looking pretty dark in the future for you, but hang in there.
Wait, Ella, don't go! You need to help me!
Oh, so you do know my name then. You only ever called me housekeeper till now, so I thought you didn't know. It's a shame that this is the only time I'm ever gonna hear you say my name like that.
Don't leave me, please. What am I supposed to do on my own? Please, I just need some help. I don't have anyone I can depend on.
As I was getting ready to move out with my husband, I let my parents-in-law know about how Kaylee had treated me like a housemaid ever since I started living with them. Kaylee's parents were absolutely furious with her for the way she had treated me. They decided to come up with a punishment for her so that she would never do something like this again. They decided that Kaylee would have to live like a housemaid for them for an entire year so that she could understand how I felt during my time living with her. It would also mean that she's able to learn some valuable skills such as cooking, laundry, and cleaning. Life for Kaylee was hell from this point on, as she was working a full-time job while doing all the housework after she came home. She had been very spoiled up till this point, so she couldn't get used to a lifestyle that kept her busy at all times. Also, her parents didn't go easy on her at all, even when she begged them to stop. I guess they kind of felt responsible for the way they had raised her. She wanted to move out, but couldn't as she was in a large amount of debt from having to pay all those cancellation fees. She was losing sleep as she couldn't get all the housework done in time, and that led to her making a mistake over mistake at her workplace. I heard that she recently got demoted from her position and that she was at risk of losing her job completely. I don't really feel sorry for her at all, though. Maybe she finally understands how I felt when she treated me like a housemaid. I hope that she gets through these tough times and becomes a better human being. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.
Heidi, what's the meaning of these divorce papers? And it looks like you've taken all your things out of here too. Message me back. Don't ignore me. I don't understand why you went and got divorce papers. I thought things were going so well. At least explain the reason to me.
God, you're annoying. You've got the divorce papers, right? That's all I have to say to you. Don't try to contact me anymore.
Hold on a second here. You can't just give me divorce papers without telling me why. That's crazy. What happened? You can't just leave me like this with no explanation. I can't accept that. If I did something wrong, give me a chance to apologize. I'll change if you want me to. At least tell me what happened. What's the reason?
If you don't know at this point in time, you're impossible.
I honestly have no idea. Please tell me what I did.
I can't believe this. The wedding invitation?
Huh?
Really? I tell you the main reason and you still act like you don't know?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Mark, it's sitting right there on your desk, isn't it?
On my desk?
I don't know if you put it there on purpose or if you just forgot to hide it from me. I'm your wife, yet you plan on marrying someone else? You already have the wedding planned? You're horrible.
Hold on here. Are you talking about the wedding invitation with the rose on the front?
Yeah, so now you know which I mean, huh?
It's not what you think.
Don't give me that. How could it not be?
That's a wedding invitation from my old high school friend. It was addressed to me. It's not my wedding.
What?
Yeah, in the same grade as me, there was a person with the same name as me.
Yeah, right. Don't give me that. I went to the same high school as you. There was nobody else with the same first and last name as you. I would have remembered that.
At that time, he had a different last name than me. But when he was in university, his parents got divorced. Because his father had done some really bad things, the guy changed his name to take his mother's last name. He didn't want to be associated with his father anymore. That's why he has the same last name as me now. His mother's maiden name is Smith, too. It's not an uncommon name.
That is the worst excuse I've ever heard.
It's true.
I guess it would be hard coming up with a better excuse, huh? I saw that wedding invitation and it was clearly your name. And don't bother trying to destroy the evidence either. I took pictures of that wedding invitation from all angles just in case you try to say it didn't exist.
If you still don't believe me, why don't you just call that person and ask him yourself? You can hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, right. That person is a friend of yours, isn't he? If I call him to check, he'd just tell me whatever you told him to tell me. If you think I'm gonna be fooled by that, you're sadly mistaken.
I understand. This is an extremely unusual situation. But Mark Smith is not a rare name by any means. Why don't you believe me that someone else has that name? It's the truth. There's nothing else I can say.
You're disgusting. Anyway, just sign those divorce papers and hand them in ASAP.
Please, I'm begging you. Let's just meet up and talk about this.
Just be thankful I'm not trying to take anything from you in the divorce.
But what about you? How are you going to survive without me? If you divorce me, your parents aren't going to support you, are they?
Don't worry about me. I've got lots of people who will help me out.
Heidi, please, just wait.
I'm blocking you. Mark, it's been a long time, huh?
Heidi?
It's been about 3 years, hasn't it? Have you been doing well?
Well, I'm doing fine, I guess. Do you want something?
Well, about that wedding invitation and the whole reason I divorced you. About 2 weeks ago, we had our high school reunion. I didn't see you there. Anyway, at the reunion, I told one of my old classmates about the wedding invitation I found on your desk. And well, they told me they got invited to that person's wedding too. You know, the guy with the exact same name as you. They explained everything to me. That guy really does exist. And I found out that you were telling the truth all along.
Let me guess, that classmate you spoke to about this was Dan Wright, wasn't it? He called me after the reunion and told me he spoke to you and cleared up all that stuff about the wedding invitation.
That's right, it was Dan. I was so worried about how I'd bring up the topic to you again after so long. And I'm so glad you understand. I'm coming back to you right away.
What? Why?
Huh?
You blocked me, so I couldn't contact you and tell you, but I submitted the divorce papers years ago.
Well, yeah, I know that.
So what do you mean you're coming back to me? We're divorced.
Well, because the reason for the divorce was just a misunderstanding, I figured we can reconcile and everything can return to normal now, right? We just need to sign a new marriage certificate and everything's back to the way it was.
You don't seriously believe that, do you?
Huh? Did I say something strange or something?
If it was a couple's quarrel that lasted a few days, I could understand forgetting about it. But you completely divorced me 3 years ago. It's not gonna be that simple.
But it was just a simple misunderstanding, right?
Come on. If it was just a simple misunderstanding, why did you up and divorce me over it? You're horrible. You wouldn't believe anything I said to you. There was an easy way to verify if what I was saying was true or not, but you refused to check and just assumed I was a liar. You said terrible things about me and just disappeared. Then you come back after all this time and think everything will just be fine?
Well, yeah, but that was...
You know what? It's been 3 whole years since then. Do you think I just let it go and forget about it? And do you think I have no idea what's been going on this whole time?
What are you talking about?
I know why you ignored everything I said back then and never tried to verify any of it.
What do you mean?
You did it because you wanted to run off and be with your lover. You saw that wedding invitation and thought it would be the perfect opportunity for you to leave me.
What?
You thought if you left me over that invitation that I'd have no reason to think you were cheating.
How dare you accuse me of something like that?
Like I told you, I spoke to Dan Wright too, way before the reunion a couple weeks ago. A lot of people know him and you. A lot of our old classmates still talk to each other. Some of them knew you quite well, and news travels fast. That includes what you've been up to. It was about a year after you divorced me, if I recall correctly. Dan Wright knew some stuff about you, and he was nice enough to inform me of all of it. I was in utter amazement at what he told me.
What did you hear?
I heard that after you divorced me, you tried your best to get your lover to marry you. But he had no interest in that because he was already married. So you lost your temper and approached his wife and demanded her to divorce him. Because of that, she obviously knew you were sleeping with her husband. So she sued you for compensation money for sleeping with her husband and ultimately destroying her marriage.
No, that's not how it happened.
And your so-called lover was the guy you were seeing before you met me, your old boyfriend. I heard about him. He's another guy from our high school, just 2 years older than us, right?
Hold on a minute here.
What?
Don't go saying all these bad things about me. You can't attack me like this.
Attack? I'm not attacking you. And what part isn't true?
You're just taking everything Dan told you as fact. It doesn't feel like you're even trying to listen to my side of the story.
That's not true. I'm just telling you everything I know from the proof that I've gathered. What Dan told me way back then only triggered me to start my own investigation.
Well,
I'm only saying what I know is true. I have proof of all of this. And maybe it doesn't matter now, but I'll tell you anyway. After you divorced me, I was devastated. You broke my heart and destroyed my life. I honestly thought that wedding invitation was the reason for all of it. I thought I must have been a horrible husband for you to leave me over such a simple thing as that. I started to doubt myself as a person, and my whole life started collapsing in on me. The more I thought about it, the worse it got. I just went deeper and deeper into this hole. I didn't even know who I was anymore. I thought it was the end of the line for me. I'd hit rock bottom. Honestly, I almost didn't make it through. That's when I heard from Dan that you had been cheating on me. I think it was the shock of realizing I hadn't even noticed you'd been cheating on me, and the realization that you had just used that wedding invitation as an excuse to leave me that made me finally realize that maybe I wasn't to blame. And that's what sparked me to look into this further. So I used my connections and followed some leads, and that's how I ended up knowing all of this about you. What all that means is, I'm not saying anything about you that isn't true. I'm not attacking you. I'm just speaking the truth. If you've got something to say about it now, go ahead.
well, just one thing.
What?
I'm sorry for cheating on you. I just got caught up in it all back then. I know what I did was wrong. But ever since I broke up with that guy, it's been bad for me too. Just like you said, his wife sued me for compensation money for sleeping with her husband for so long. I was in a lot of debt, but I finally paid it all off. I'm debt-free now. The past few years have been hell for me too, but I survived, and I believe you've always been the one for me. I fought through all of this for you.
And
So Mark, give me another chance.
another chance.
This time I'll be a good wife. If anything comes up again, we'll discuss it like adults. I promise. I'm begging you.
No.
What? But why? How can you turn me down so quickly? I thought we loved each other before. At least think about it a little. Let's at least give it a try.
I'm not interested. Besides, I'm already married.
Huh? You're married? How can that be? We've only been apart 3 years. There's no way you can meet someone new and get married that quick. Unless you must have been cheating on me back then.
Oh my god, look who's talking. Anyway, the person I'm with was almost like an arranged marriage.
An arranged marriage?
Well, not exactly, but much more like a blind date. It's hard to explain. After we got divorced and my life went to pieces, my aunt couldn't stand to see me like that. She forced me to meet someone she thought would be perfect for me. When my aunt introduced me to that woman, she saw what terrible shape I was in. I don't know if it was love or not, but when she saw the state I was in, she immediately wanted to help me. She stayed by my side, helping me and supporting me the whole time. She helped me get back on my feet. She's such an amazing and caring person. How could I not fall in love with her?
What is this?
So what I'm saying is, I have no urge to get back together with you, ever.
But you can't do this to me. I've realized that I still love you. I can love and support you too. So that's why I'm going to head over to your house right now.
No, I don't want you causing any trouble for the people living there.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
I've already changed jobs and moved away. I don't know who lives in my old house, but it's not me.
You're lying.
And anyway, the only reason you want to get back together with me is because you want to steal all the money I've saved up while I was single, so you can use it to pay off your debts, right? I know how you think. I know that's the only reason you'd want to get back together with me.
Dad, but my dad is already...
The debt you got from sleeping with that married man. I know you worked 2 jobs day and night to pay that off, but right after you paid that off, you started going to host clubs looking for a man. You racked up a huge debt by continually going there to try and win over guys you liked. You not only spent exorbitant amounts of money at the clubs, but you lavished the guys with expensive gifts too. How much are you in debt now? $10,000, $20,000. Am I right?
Hold on.
Am I wrong?
How could you possibly know that?
Dan right.
He told you that too?
Yeah. Dan owns a host club, didn't you know?
You're kidding.
He knows all about your obsession for host clubs and the guys there. There aren't many host clubs around, so all the owners know about you. So anyway, good luck with continuing to try to pay off your debts.
I can't believe this.
After that, I did what I completely forgot to do after Heidi left me 3 years ago, which was block her number. Dan still occasionally messages me and tells me how Heidi is doing. She still hasn't stopped going to host clubs. She works day and night to pay off her debts. Then, when it's finally paid off, she goes right back to the host clubs and racks up another insane debt. It's a vicious cycle I don't think she'll ever get out of. Honestly, I was considering going after Heidi and trying to get compensation money from her too. But with my current state and the way things are going for me, it's not worth it. I think I'll be much happier if I never have to deal with her ever again. Besides, my wife told me that she's pregnant, so I want to put all my thoughts and efforts into my family. They're the most important things to me now. I don't want any unneeded stress in my life. I only want to think about my family. And I know that we're going to live in happiness from here on out.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.